If you press and hold the power mode button on the side of the camera for a few seconds, it will turn the camera on and off. But this button also has a second use. If you press the mode button on the side of the camera quickly, you can cycle through the 3 modes on the camera. They are photo, time-lapse, and video. You can also cycle through the modes by simply swiping your finger across the screen, left or right. Photo mode. You'll notice the little photo camera icon on the top middle part of the screen, indicating that we are in photo mode. To the left of that, we have an indicator that tells us how many pictures we can take based on our current photo settings and the size of our memory card. Because our card is big, we are at 999 plus photos remaining. On the far right side of the screen, we see our battery indicator is at 66%. The other buttons on screen, which are called on-screen shortcuts, will change as we go through the different modes. Output shortcut. The first button on the middle right is Output. If I tap it, you will see we are in Standard mode. We can slide to HDR, Super Photo, or RAW. Let me explain each. Standard saves your photos as standard JPEG files. JPEGs don't take up a lot of space and they are easy to share, but the look of the photo is baked in for the most part. HDR takes and combines multiple photos in a single shot and brings out the details in both the bright and dark areas of the image. Use this setting if you like that look. Good for shots with extreme lighting. Super Photo analyzes the scene and intelligently applies the best image processing for the shot. This is a good setting to use if you want GoPro to do the thinking for you. The drawback is that it may take longer for the camera to process each shot. My favorite output setting is RAW. RAW saves each photo as a JPEG and a .gpr GoPro RAW file, which gives you the ability to tweak an image in a program like Adobe Photoshop. If you don't want to edit your photos after you take them, don't use RAW. But if you are familiar with an app that can take advantage of RAW, shoot in RAW, and you will have a lot of control over your picture. You can tweak settings later on your computer like exposure, color balance, sharpening, noise reduction, and a whole lot more. RAW is very powerful if you know how to use it. Touch Zoom Shortcut. The next button on the screen is a magnifying glass with a plus in the middle of it. If you tap it, you can zoom into your image up to 2x. It's not an optical zoom, it's a digital zoom, so I usually don't do this. If I want to get closer to something, I just move closer to it if possible. That gives me the highest quality image. Digital Lenses Shortcut. The next button has a W in it. This is the Digital Lenses Shortcut. Different digital lenses affect cropping, field of view, and the fisheye effect. Let's go through each one. W stands for wide. Notice how the shot is very wide, but it has a fisheye look. The dresser in the shot is curved, even though it's not really curved in reality. L stands for linear. Notice how the shot is tighter and the dresser is no longer curved. It's straight like it is in reality. It's a more natural look. N stands for narrow. With the narrow digital lens, our shot is even tighter. It's a creative choice as to which digital zoom you want to use. I often use wide when I am shooting action and linear when I am shooting beauty shots. Delay Timer Shortcut. The next button with the stopwatch icon is the delay timer. You can select off, 3 seconds, or 10 seconds. If I set it to 3 seconds and press the shutter button, the picture won't be taken until 3 seconds has passed. Good for selfies or group shots that you want to be a part of. Photo Presets. The big black button that says Photo Wide is a preset button. If I tap it, I can select from the different photo presets. Let's go through each one of them. Photo. That's the mode we've currently been in. If you press the shutter button on top of the camera, you can take a single photo. If you press and hold the shutter button, you can take continuous photos at a rate of up to 30 per second, good for capturing action. Next, we have Live Burst, which captures a burst of photos, 1.5 seconds before and 1.5 seconds after you press the shutter button. That's right. If you are a little late pressing the shutter button, the camera may have caught the moment that you missed as long as it happened 1.5 seconds before you pressed the shutter button. Burst. Burst mode is for capturing fast action. Press the shutter in this mode and you will take up to 25 photos in 1 second. This is great for capturing fast motion. And then we have Night Photo, which allows for slow shutter speeds when you are shooting in low light. For example, I used Night Photo to shoot this shot that was lit with just a single candle. To keep the image from getting blurry, use a tripod or set the camera down on something. It should not move. If you tried to shoot this shot in any other mode, the image would be very grainy and quite possibly much darker. Capturing photos and recording time-lapse or videos. Anytime you want to take a photo or start or stop recording time-lapse or video, press the shutter button on top of the camera. Playing back media on your GoPro. To review pictures or video, simply swipe up on the screen and your last video recorded will begin playing. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.